You probably never think you'll need to break your car window. I mean, why would you? But here's the thing. Having worked in the ER for 25 years, I've seen what can happen to people when they can't get out of their cars after an accident. When patients are brought in, paramedics talk about extrication time, or how long it took to get someone out of the car. Sometimes it's firefighters with the jaws of life, sometimes it's a bystander breaking the window, but every second counts. And a friend's parents may be alive today because they had one of these small tools in their car when they accidentally drove into a lake. This video is a natural follow-up to my recent car medical kit video, link up there, because sometimes the best first aid is simply getting out of the car. My friend's parents were driving and her dad passed out. Short version of the story is that resulting from this, they ended up driving into a lake and the car started to submerge. Most people don't realize that as the car sinks, water pressure makes the doors impossible to open. The electronics can short out, meaning that those windows are now walls. Her elderly dad came to, had the wherewithal to grab this hammer tool, smash the window, and her parents were able to escape. Without a dedicated tool like this, that story may have ended very differently. Now I know what you're thinking. I'm not planning on driving into a lake. Fair, obviously neither were they, but I've also seen another side of this. In a high-impact crash, the car's frame can bend to the point where you can't get the door open. And depending on your car, the window also might not work, trapping you in a car that might be smoking or leaking fluid. I've been preparing this video for a little while, but just yesterday on my shift in the ER, I had a 70-year-old with her 90-yeard mom that were involved in a car accident. They were driving down the highway, got hit, spun out, all the airbags were deployed, and they were afraid to get out of the car because they were on a highway with fast-moving traffic. Also, it's February, so their windows were closed. She said the inside of her car was smoking, and they were getting concerned about where this was coming from. Thankfully, they were eventually able to get out of the car. They were okay, but in a worse accident, they may have been trapped in a potentially smoking or even an on-fire car. Having a glass breaker means that you are not relying on the door handle or the window motor to get out. It also lets you be the one to help someone else if you are first on the scene of an accident. I have two different styles here. First is the hammer tool. This is what my friend's dad used. It's a hardened steel hammer on the top end here, both ends, and on the other end is a seatbelt cutter. Because of the grip here, it is heavy on top. It gives good leverage when you strike the window. You can either mount it with the included bracket here, or perhaps just keep it by itself in the center console. Second is the resqme keychain tool. It's tiny, but it uses a spring-loaded spike on this end. You just press it firmly against the glass and that spike pops out of the hole. I think this is easier under stress. Also on the other end, it has a seatbelt cutter. You pull this little piece off here and you have access to the seatbelt cutter right in there. It's perfect for keeping on a keychain or clipped to the visor where you can reach it even if you are pinned and have limited range of motion. Another critical thing, where you hit the window matters. Don't hit the glass in the center. You want to strike the corners or the edges of the window, ideally the bottom corners. When you hit the center, the glass can flex and absorb the impact because there's a large surface area with nothing behind it. But at the corners, the glass is held firmly by the door frame, so it can't flex or bend, and the force goes directly into shattering the glass instead of being absorbed. Now before you buy either of these, you need to check your car's windows first. These breakers only work on tempered glass, which is what most side windows are made of. Look for a label in the bottom corner of the window saying that it's tempered or something similar. They will not work on a front windshield because the front windshields are laminated, which is 2 layers of glass with plastic between them. But here's what most people don't know. Some newer cars, especially luxury models, are now using laminated side window glass for soundproofing and security. If your side windows are laminated, these tools won't work, so check the label first before you buy these. Also, if you have window tint film, these will still shatter the glass, but the film might hold the broken pieces together like a sheet. You'll still have to push or kick that entire sheet out after you break it. For $10 to $15, depending on which one you choose, this is the ultimate better to have it and not need it gear. They come in 2 packs, so you can put one in each car and put them in places that are easy to get to. That is, not in the glove box where you might not be able to reach it in an accident. It's cheap insurance for yourself and potentially a lifesaver for someone else. I'll put links to both of these in the description. If you found this helpful, check out my medical kit video next because preparedness is about layers. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.